Hello friends, today I'm going to tell you how you can set up your machine learning environment. For that, you need to download Anaconda. Go to site, download Anaconda, click on the documentation, and you will get three options. Click on the first option, download Anaconda distribution. You will get two options, one for Python 3.x and another is Python 2.7. Mine is 3.x. Mine is 64 machines. I'll download 3.6 with 64-bit distribution. How you will get to know whether your environment machine is 64-bit? You need to run system info. There you can see a 64-bit machine. So you can click on 64-bit setup. Just click on this. It will start downloading. I already downloaded it, so I'll just run it rather than downloading it again. And as soon as you run it setup, you just have to follow the wizard until you are an expert. You will get two options, just for me or for anyone. If you have to be an administrator for installation for everybody, if you are a novice user, you can simply click on just for me. Path, you can change the path. If I'll recommend you, if you are new to setting up the environment, go by the default options, but I'm choosing the options which is relevant for me. I'm installing it in one of my location F drive. Then install it, and you will get another option to install Microsoft Visual Studio. You may not need it as of now. It is required for troubleshooting of various other type of codes. So I'll install it for myself, but you can skip it for you. It will be quicker for you. And you may want to skip these two options, reading the manual as I'm explaining you all of this stuff. Once you get it, you can go to start menu. You will find this Anaconda prompt. Just for testing, click on that Anaconda prompt in start menu. Click Python. You will get that Python prompt, means your Python is installed. We'll check the Python version. Python -v version. We got an error because I wrote Python -v. I'll get Python version, and you'll see I got Python 3.x version. Right. Now you are done with the Python. To set up a machine learning environment, what next you need is a NLP library, NLTK. To download that, we'll do the download. Before that, let me tell you how you can create and edit your Python code. So you can go to your Jupyter, and you will get this Jupyter notebook. It is a web-based, browser-based editor. I'll explain you in later in this video how you can write something in Jupyter notebook. Right, so let us go back to our setting up the environment. Write Python on Anaconda prompt and import NLTK. NLTK is Natural Language Toolkit Library. You need to download a lot of libraries. You need to be connected to internet for this. It will download automatically into the specified folder. Simply after importing the NLTK, click nltk.download. You can specifically download individual libraries as well, but I'll continue downloading everything. nltk.download. Enter. You will get a page where you can select various options. Here you can see what all it will be downloaded, from where it will be downloaded at the source, and where it will be downloaded at destination directory. I'll suggest you go ahead with default download directory, else you may end up doing some setup. For now, I know what to do, therefore I am changing the path where this will be downloaded. I'll download it into the root folder so that I can back it up later. You can actually download in the Anaconda folder itself. But Python is case sensitive, so always remember to, even though in Windows it does not matter either NLTK or NLTK is same or not, but I'll suggest you to keep that in mind every time. So it will take a lot of time to download. I'll just skip the download time in the video. You can see it has started downloading into this folder. Once the download is complete, you can press the refresh button and everything will go green. It will take quite a lot of time. You can check the timings, how much time it took on my machine. But depending on your system speed and your network speed, it may be faster. So essentially what you are going to get after this is a running Python with an Anaconda distribution, which has many libraries already there, and an NLTK toolkit. To test whether this NLTK toolkit is working, I'll show you how you can import the stop words and see the stop words. Stop words are a part of the corpora of NLTK library, which you require for cleaning up your natural language text. So the download is complete. Press the refresh button, everything will go green, and NLTK data, and you have got the NLTK data into your machine. Great. Now you can close it and go to your Python prompt. You will find it true, means it has successfully finished the operation. You can quit it, or you can press Ctrl Z to test it. We'll try to import stop words from an ltk.corpus. Import stop words. You can see it is successful. Try to print the stop words. You can see you get an object reference. I'll show you how to quit it by typing quit function close. Now you want to install support for neural networks as well. So you need to install Keras. There are two ways. You can install using pip, or you can install using Conda. So I'll show you both the methods. Pip install Keras, and you will have Keras in your machine. I prefer both of these. First you install Keras, and you can see if you try to import, I'm expecting an error because it is based on a TensorFlow library. You can see I got some exceptions. It says TensorFlow not found. So you have to install TensorFlow manually. So pip is actually Python based package manager, where you have to download everything into the Python environment individually. Now let's test it at Python and import sequential model from Keras. I'll explain later how it works. There are different models in Keras, and you got an error. It has been installed, but a dependency has not been installed. So we'll use Conda now, which will install the dependency as well. It's a different package manager actually. It's not just like pip, which just install the dependency. It installs in the Anaconda environment. So we did Conda install Keras, and you can see how many dependencies it has identified. It's asking to proceed whether should it go ahead and install the dependency. You should be connected to internet to install all these dependencies. Press yes, and it will start installing everything. Anaconda is a very nice environment, and you get many features along with this. We are going to run the same command, and you can see there is no error now, and we have created one object as well, which shows as a function in Python. Good. So we have our Python environment installed and running. I'll show you how you can write your commands or your programs. So there are multiple ways you can do that. I'm going to install Pycharm. It's a editor. You can install a community edition of that Pycharm editor. It's one of the best editor as of now for Python. It's a little heavy compared to other solutions. So you can go ahead, download by community edition here. Click install. Go with the wizard. There are some other ways that I've shown, Jupyter Notebook or other solutions as well. So it depends what kind. If you are not a very regular user, then you can go ahead with Jupyter. But if you want a complete IntelliSense and all, then you should go ahead with JetBrains Pycharm editor. One time setup of Pycharm is little tough. You need to configure interpreters and all. Unlike other things, the other solutions like Jupyter are ready to use. So you can select which black or white theme you want to use. For now, you go ahead with the default options. Here you are going to do the settings, and you are going to set up the interpreter. This is a one-time configuration only. Here you can see by default there is no interpreter. You can select one interpreter here. Interpreter means Python. Where is the Python installed? So give the path of the Python, and there are three ways: virtual environment, Conda environment, and system interpreter. You would like to go ahead with the Conda interpreter. I am setting up the Python here. It will take time to load the packages. I mean, right now it is okay. Once you write a program, it will take time to load all the dependencies in the cache. And you are almost ready with the Pycharm. Create a new file as a test, Python file, and we will simply print hello. We are using round braces because we have installed Python 3.5. You can run it in multiple ways. Right click the file and run it, and there is a run button here. You can see there is no option enabled here because this is first time setup, and in the bottom you can see it is indexing the files. Here you are going to set up what file to be executed and which Python interpreter is going to execute it. This is one time setup only. After that it will take care of everything. So you can see in the bottom it is scanning files to index. It will take a while. Once it is done, then you will see the output of hello world. Personally, I like Pycharm very much because it gives me so much intelligence, but it is a little bulky on the system. Let's see another one. Let's try to print something else as well. Yeah, it is working. Now Pycharm setup is done. I'll show you some other solution as well. How you can edit or edit your notebook files. There is one other solution, Spider, which get installed with Anaconda, and it is almost ready to use. You simply have to write your program in the left pane and press F5 to run it. It also comes with a little bit intelligence, just like Jupyter. Thanks for watching the video, friends, and in the next videos I'm going to show you how you can actually write a machine learning program, and soon we will be able to handle the practical real life situations in artificial intelligence and machine learning. Till then, happy coding, happy learning.